All right. Well, there's Mike's number 2, Judas Priest's Invincible Shield. No, I forgot that came out. I remember we actually had a guest on our show at one point with that album. Remember that?
Yep.
That was pretty cool. Your friend did a good job. Um, is it finally time for our number 1, guys?
Woo!
Woo! Our number
Sheesh.
1 album of the year. Wow. So first things first, I want to thank all of you for watching, listening. I'm just kidding. We're not done yet. It's been a hell of a ride this year. I will admit that with our roller coaster of albums that got released that we loved, we hated, in the middle with, meh, whatever. If you thought that I was into Pearl Jam as much as I went back and listened to their catalog and stuff like that. If you thought Pearl Jam was that for me this year, and Bon Jovi and Sum 41, the other bands I listened, Linkin Park, another one, there is no greater amount of music and a band that Kyle's gonna love me for this, but let's just say that. Needless to say, my number 1 album of 2024, and I'm kind of surprised I'm saying this, but then again, there was no other really outside the ones I listed. This one held up the highest. It stands at the strongest point, and after seeing them live this year, I could not have been any happier to call myself a fan of Green Day. Green Day's Saviors is my number 1 album of 2024. This tour was kick-ass too. If you have not seen them on their tour yet, and you're living like other parts of the world, this is the tour to see them on. They're doing Dookie and American Idiot start to finish. I don't want to spend too much time because I know Kyle's going to go off and at some point possibly. Maybe he won't. I don't know. But this is a strong reintroduction to Green Day. I was super in shock when this came out. The first single that came out, The American Dream is Killing Me. Then, even deeper cuts like Corvette Summer, 1981. It really did. I'm not going to read it too much, but like it really does show after the debacle of Father of All, which I will admit had some hope, but it didn't really last and didn't stick as well as the fan base wanted it to, especially coming off of Revolution Radio. This was a huge, monumental step up for them. I listened to this much more than I thought I was going to. First, I'm like, all right, it's a new Green Day album. I'm excited, and I heard the singles, and then we listened to it. Once I listened to it, I was like, I can listen to this probably for the next 2 or 3 years and be satisfied with how it sounds. I think I'm going to just echo what Kyle said back on our review of it back in January. He said Rob Cavallo is back producing them. Stay away from Butch Vig, Billy Joe Armstrong. Stay away from Butch Vig. We don't want you ever collaborating with him again. But this was phenomenal. The tour was great. The production on this, everything. I re-fell in love with Green Day after listening to this album. So if my number 1, I'm not going to go off on too much because I know that someone's going to say something in about 5 seconds, but I think so. I don't know though. But Green Day Saviors is my number 1 album of 2024. It came out in January and it lasted all the way till December. That shows how art can be successful and have longevity to it as well. Could not be any happier to call myself a Green Day fan.